Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Teed Up Grand Strand. I'm your host, Shan Coughlin, here with Mr. Bill Hewlett,
Hello.
golf guru at Possum Trott Golf Course.
Okay.
He doesn't have a title, folks, so we had to give him one, but
There
you've been there forever, and
I have.
you don't go to Possum Trott without seeing Bill. I don't know, do you ever take a day off?
I do.
Okay.
Thursdays and Sundays.
Okay. Oh, you get two.
Two.
That's what happens when you have a well-oiled machine. But let me read just a little bit here about Possum Trott for folks who haven't heard of it or had the opportunity to play. I will tell you that Possum Trott Golf Course has the reputation for being the friendliest course down south. And I have to say that everyone from your maintenance staff to inside staff is very, very friendly. And Rebecca's there, and I don't think she gets too many days off, although she did tell me she was part-time now.
She has gone part-time.
We have to give her a shout-out, though, for those of you who've been to Possum Trot and know Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
She's great, and so there's some new things going on at the friendliest course, and I have to say it's also among the top 3 underrated courses in Myrtle Beach, and Golf Digest calls it the top practice facility as well. So there's a lot going on, and this month in particular, we're in January.
Right.
Through the end of the month, not only Possum Trot, but the rest of the Glenn's group has a great special.
We do. Heather Glenn, Glenn Dornick, and Shaftesbury, and Possum Trot. We're running a 2-for-1 card. It's $39 plus tax. It's an excellent deal, and that gets you 2 rounds. And that's to the end of January. We will have another card in February. It might be a couple dollars higher, and that'll run to the end of February. And again, a 2-for-1 card.
So I think with tax, it came to like $44.
That's correct.
So you're talking almost less than card fees to play golf.
Oh, definitely, yeah. 22 a round, sure.
$22 a round. And you can get those right in the pro shop.
You can,
Okay, so any of those pro shops. So let's give the folks a reason to go out and play. Possum Trot is one of my favorites. Now, I will have to say, Bill, the reputation of the beach has been if there's an animal's name in the golf course, you might want to stay away. But not so with Possum Trot.
We have thought of changing it a couple times, and we've had that. But we actually get people from overseas that just love the name, and so we've kept it. And they tried to do, I think, the Glen at Possum Trot one time, and people gave up on that. But it's always been Possum Trot. But it's a good old-fashioned golf course built in 1968.
Mm-hmm.
It's friendly also because it's playability. It's big, wide fairways, and not a lot of traps, little water, little sand. But it's a very playable golf course, and thank you, Shan. We always try to be real friendly to the golfers.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know what Johnny Powell's got going out there. Big shout out to your superintendent, Mr.
Yes.
Johnny Powell, also long time guy out there. And it really says something in this industry when you have the general manager, head professional, you've got your staff, and your maintenance crew that doesn't go anywhere. I mean, in an industry where everyone hops around to the next, extra 10 cent an hour position, that you've had folks there for literally 24, 25, 30 years.
Rebecca's been with me the whole time. In fact, she was with me a year at Sandpiper before there. So
Right. So that really says something about the course. But he does keep it in good shape. And another misnomer, it is not a short golf course.
No.
It can give you some challenges. So my point in all this, I always try to think about that golfer sitting at his desk and wondering where to play. And this time of year, especially if you've got some snow, you definitely want to come down and check out Possum Trot now, especially with this 2-for-1 special.
It is.
But talk about that hole coming into the clubhouse.
Number 18, it's a good hole. It's a par 5. It comes straight in the clubhouse. It's got a little water right in front of the green. Probably about 20 or 30 yards of carry or so. But you've got to be careful because you're kind of downhill on your approach shot. So a lot of people chunk it into the water, but our divers appreciate that. But anyhow, it's a good little hole, and it's very framed up coming into the clubhouse with the American flag in the background.
And the fountain in the pond there's beautiful. Now, is that your favorite hole? Or do you have another favorite hole out there?
Yeah, 18 is good, and 13, I think, are my 2 favorites, yeah.
All right, now I've played there a lot, but I'm not one of those people like my husband who can remember every shot I hit on every hole. So remind us, what is 13 like?
13 is the par 3. It's on the front of our brochure, and it's a par 3, about 205 from the blue tees, and it varies, but somewhere in the 150 range for the white tees, and, of course, the gold tees and the ladies' tees are up forward. But it's over water, and it's got bulkhead to the kind of front and left of the green, and it's got 4 pretty bunkers in the back of the green. So
Definitely. But it's a big green, if I remember right.
It is.
It's not tiny. I mean, there's plenty of area to hit it.
It's deep, too, yeah. It's about 3 clubs difference, yeah.
Unfortunately, if it's green, I generally am not there. So I have to aim for the brown stuff.
I've seen you play. You're better than that.
Well, thank you. But now I remember that hole, and it is very nice.
Yeah.
So what do you hit off the tee there? Have to ask.
Well, I'm afraid I'm playing a white tees these days. After being there, so I'm up there around the 150-yard range.
Well, there you go. So now, Bill, you've been in this business a long time, and you've seen a lot of changes
I have.
that have gone on. But what initially got you into this business?
Well, I started when I was a kid, 12 or 13, just really enjoying it. My grandparents showed me the game, and my grandmother, I still remember this day, said, don't touch that ball. You leave it on the ground. You don't roll it around. And she was very
Your
strict.
grandmother?
Grandmother.
Okay, even back then.
She was very, very strict with the rules. And then I just kind of got my blood, and I was kind of in and out of the golf business, and I did it in Missouri and Louisiana, and then came over here in 87.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think that it's the same now? Because I'm looking at, my dad showed me the game.
Right.
When I was younger, we were members of a club, and so he was always going to play golf, and so that just made me want to learn how to play.
Right.
You said your parents, grandparents taught you how to play. Do you see that still today? Do you see parents taking their kids out as much? Do we think that may be some of the issue we're having?
Well, at Possum Trott, juniors play free with their adults, and we do, especially during the summer, see a lot of juniors.
Oh, good. Okay.
And you do see grandpa or mom and dad or whoever, but parents playing with their kids, and it's a joy to see, especially because of the way I started too. But it's awesome. We'll probably get 20 juniors a day during the summer.
Well, that is good.
Or spring break.
I'm just looking at my, I have 3 boys, and of course they all play,
Right.
but I noticed like Frank and I don't take them out as much as like my dad used to take me out, and we're seeing that with some of their friends as well, and other sports creeping in there. And I'm glad to hear that folks are coming out. I know several courses, all the Glens group, I believe, have that junior program.
Yes.
Right? And again, Possum Trott is part of the Glens Golf Group, which you can find out everything about them on their website, www.glensgolfgroup.com. And that's a great thing to offer, especially in the summer when folks are down here on vacation with the families.
We love to see the juniors. It's great. It's hard to get them off the computers and stuff, but
Yeah.
we love to see them out on the golf course, and they really enjoy themselves, and they keep the place of play going, and it's just a lot of joy. It really is.
Well, good. So out at Possum Trott, the centrally located, I mean, you're right here in the middle of town. I don't think you're further, I mean, unless you're going all the way down to Pawleys Island or somewhere, no matter where you're staying along the beach, you're within 15, 20 minutes.
We've got great location right here in, like I say, between 14th and 15th Avenue South in North Myrtle Beach, and it's easy to come to, and we'd love to have you all out anytime.
So do you get to play a lot now?
I do not play a lot.
like most golfers,
I
right?
play
in the
once a month in
industry.
the golf director's thing, and I try to get out for 9 holes of once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Before we go, I do want to hit on that practice facility
Okay.
that y'all have out there, because again, I think with your location, because you've been around for so long, some folks may have gone on to play those newer courses and really need to know that you have done some new improvements as well over the years, and one is that fantastic practice area. Tell everyone what they can expect when they go out there.
Well, we have 4 owners, and they've kind of taken it as a pet peeve, and they've enhanced that practice facility. Had an architect, Clyde Johnson, come in and design it, and we have a huge putting green. We have a great chipping green. We have a practice bunkers for the long game and the short game. We have a great tee that we've expanded over the years, and it's a really nice facility. We get people who come there and spend hours there just practice chipping and putting or hitting balls on the range, and juniors will come out and hit balls on the range too.
No, so. I have not heard a lot of people say those words. We had an architect design our practice facility.
We did, yeah.
That's pretty special. And when you drive in there, it almost looks like a separate facility completely. It's on the the
Right.
golf-
It's on the right.
It's on the right. The pro shop's on the left, and you can go in there. It's a little bit separate, but same parking lot.
They,
Right. And so
No, they actually we built an old parking lot for
they
them
have
too.
their own too as well.
Yes, but it's on the right as you come in, and they have an inside building, and we have indoor hitting facilities inside there for the weather, So and we're going to try to enhance that and let people come in and hit. They can actually sit up there and play Pebble Beach or whatever in the computer screen.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So, folks, if you're looking for something new to try out, definitely head out to Possum Trott, try their new practice facility, as well as play the course, because now you can play it 2 for 1.
Yes.
All right.
2
Bill,
for 1.
thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
out and giving us the update, and we will look forward to hearing more about Possum Trott and the rest of the Glenn's group.
Anytime.
All right. This edition of Tee It Up Grand Strand has been produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director, navigate over to our featured golf course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and so much more. If you need help with your next golf vacation, to include Possum Trott, of course, give us a call at 844-GO-GOLF-1. That's 844-GO-GOLF-1, 844-464-6531. All of our TGD programming is archived for listen and viewing on demand. To catch up on a show you might have missed, click on the TGD Radio and TGD TV tabs in the menu at thegolfdirector.com. This is Shan Coughlin, and on behalf of our guest, Mr. Bill Hewlett from Possum Trott, our producers, Mr. Jeff Gilder behind the glass, we thank you for tuning in. But there's more TGD golf and news and information coming up next, so don't go anywhere. All right. Perfect timing.
Awesome. Thank you.
13 minutes. That's perfect.
Oh, is that good? Okay.
Yes.
I just followed your lead.
There, was that okay? I mean,
Everything was fine except for I'm going to have to take your kids out and play golf. Come on now.
I know. We don't get to, let me tell you, they might play